Men, and as usual, I use the term ever so loosely. Back to the shop. The object, of course, has been to get this frame ready to be powder coated. The last time you saw this was probably all together. I tore it all down. Just FYI, I welded 38 individual holes that the previous owners had decided to drill in this poor bastard. 38 holes. Geez Louise, you know, control yourself when you got a motorcycle you're working on. I mean, a few holes here and there don't hurt, but Jesus Christ, 38 holes that I welded up on it. That's a lot of holes. Anyway, like right here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. And then, of course, on the back side, 8, 9, 10. This one's inside the tube. I mean, you get the idea. Holes up the ass. So, you know, the usual way to deal with that would be to knock them down with a grinder like this. The only trouble with that is the grinder is going across, is leaving flat spots, and as you're manipulating it around, you're really creating a faceted surface. You know, you can file it, you can dick around with it, a lot of handwork involved. The other way some people deal with it is to, you know, get a piece of sandpaper, do something like this with it. Time-consuming, labor-intensive. Difficult to get a good result with that. So I decided to buy a tool, and you've seen them on the internet, eBay, Amazon. The pipe polishing tool. Well, hang on. You know what? Let me get you that. Stand by one. Okay. I'm back. Here's the aforementioned tool. Arrived today. I cut the top off of the box, and I was expecting the tool to arrive in some kind of cellophane sealed styrofoam pack, custom fit box, you know, the ones where once you remove the item from the box, it would be impossible to put it back in. No such deal with this. This is how it arrived. No glossy packaging for these Chinese friends. They just shove it all in a priority mailbox, and away it comes. So it's really like a kit instead of an actual tool. My wife laughs at me when I buy this stuff because she says, "You cheap bastard, you know it's going to be a piece of crap. What are you buying it for?" Well, I'm buying it on account of the truly professional grade ones are $1,000. If I worked in a welding shop and I welded 2-inch tube in the handrail all day long, and I was going to polish it and sand it, I would probably need the $1,000 one. Every so often I'll weld 38 holes on a motorcycle frame and an exhaust system together, and I got to do a little sanding on it for a few hours. So I thought I would give this piece of crap a try. As you can see, it arrives in kit form. I don't even know what the fuck. Look at this. Now, it was advertised as wet dry polishing. Oh, here you go. Yeah, you hook this up to your hose. Huh. And I don't know, Mr. Safety in me says something along the lines of standing in a puddle of spraying water while holding a piece of electrical equipment doesn't sound like a good idea. I'll probably never use that. The plastic handle, if it's like the plastic handle that comes with my Makita, it's always in the way. I'll probably never use that. Oh, it's got the Velcro stick paper. Oh, that's kind of nice. 60 grit. I may use that. One of the reasons I bought this particular one instead of the other particular ones is this one came with a bunch of belts. And I wanted to, you know, get it out of the box, see how it was going to work. So I ordered the one that came with a bunch of belts, so I didn't have to buy any belts separate. It also was advertised that it came with an extra set of brushes. This bastard here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of Chinese brushes. If they anticipate me slugging through 5 sets of brushes on this thing, I mean, I'm pretty abusive with tooling, but you know, once in a lifetime I change brushes and some. Hopefully I'll never need those. Safety guard, I'll never use that. Oh fuck, look, 2 more sets of brushes. That's 7 altogether. Oh shit, 8 sets of brushes. 8 sets of brushes. Instruction manual, wet dry polisher. Oh, I see. It's actually a polisher. It actually is a polisher, and they give you the attachment that you could buy separately on eBay or Amazon to turn it into a tube polisher. I see. So you're not even really buying a tube polisher. You're buying a generic Chinese polisher, and they are asking you to use your labor to install the tube polishing kit. Well, let's see how this looks. Belt guard, probably never use it. I might use that. The dingus attachment right here. Huh. Okay, let me get a wire cutter. Stand by. Okay, technically not wire cutters. Technically dikes. Whoa, that hops right out of there. Got a wheel over here of some kind. The bottom of the bag tore out before the thing had come out. Yeah. Piece of crap. Cheap Chinese hardware. Sure, it's a piece of crap. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Heavy bastard. It's gonna wear you out working this thing for any length of time. Well, being this kind of guy that likes a challenge, I'm going to try to put this together without reading the instructions, because that's the kind of guy I am. How hard could it be, right? Yay. This way. This way. Yeah, that'll work. No, that won't work. It's got to be this way. This way the bolt is in the way of the thing. Let's see. That's kind of idiot proof. The bolt sticking out over here. Well, let's see. Is it idiot proof? I'm pretty clever. Could put it on this way. Where's the damn switch at? Oh, the switch is back here. Oh yeah, what a piece of shit. Let's see if the motor spinning works here. Let's take these 2 things off, just so they don't go flying across the room at 9,000 miles an hour. Well, it runs. That's a good sign. Okay, back to assembly. Safety third. I'll put it on this here orientation. That'll give the belt, I do the thing over there. Probably what the cheap Chinese hardware is for. Let's open that up. Let's see, what do you need? Phillips screwdriver number 2. Oh. I think you see the first problem. Let's see something here. Well, no, it looks like it'll line up. Huh. There was an illusion that the pulleys weren't lined up, but they look like they're lined up. I guess that'll work. Let's see. What else have we got here? I don't need these. Got one extra screw, don't know what that's for. Got 9 pairs of Chinese brushes. Let's see. Oh, I see. Ah. Okay, here's the handle. Put that on there, see if it works. You gotta break the clamshell apart. What the fuck? No way that handle's gonna go on all the way. What the fuck? The fuck? Piece of shit. The clamshells handle won't close. Let's see if you can see this here. The got a little gaposes over here, not just a little gaposes, a lot of gaposes. It won't close up. You know, I've ran it over Chinese shit before. Get a motherfucking ruler, will you? Jesus fuck. Ay, ay, ay. I think I may take a Dremel tool and embiggen this over here a little bit to make it fit. So let me go over to the bench. I'm going to embiggen that hole a little bit. I'll be back. Stand by. Okay, after 5 or 6 go-arounds with the Dremel tool, I think we have successfully embiggened this here hole so that it will work now. Normally I don't like handles on these kinds of tools, these grinders and things, but this thing is heavy. Heavier than you think it would be. I know, you guys are waiting for me to go off on this Chinese piece of shit. I give them a minute here, you know, they get a fair chance. Fair chance to see if this piece of crap will work. You know, I wonder sometimes, you know, every once in a while I buy some of these kind of products, and like this fucking hole, you know, the hole wasn't even nearly big enough for the handle grinder. Don't they have fucking rulers over there? Didn't somebody in the design process say, hey, you got a 1 1/8 inch spud sticking out of your arm over there, but you got a 1 inch hole, it ain't gonna fucking fit. I don't know, what do I know? I'm an old man. Alright, handle on. Yeah, baby. Kinda want it to be up here though. I guess that'll work. That'll work. Got 2 extra holes over here, 2 extra screws. I'm betting that's where this cocksucker goes. Probably to keep the belt from flying off and hitting me in the face. Yeah, well, we'll take my chances. Let's see, we got a coarse belt. Slips it over the pulleys. Let's see, direction of rotation. It's got rotation arrows on it. Oop, plug it back in. Contact. The fuck? Seriously? Seriously? You're fucking shitting me. Cocksucker. What the fuck? Are you fucking shitting me? This cocksucker worked one time for fucking 30 fucking seconds and now it don't work. Oops, there we go. Can the switch be that shitty? It could be, I guess. Alright. It spins. Let's mark the rotation so I don't forget. This way. It rotates. Put a belt on it. Arrow's pointing the right way, although I'm thinking it really ain't gonna matter, but let's see. That ain't got much. The springing ain't very springing over here. Yep, WD-40. Okay, let's make the spring and spring a little bit better. Might be better. Boy, this is a fucking piece of crap. Let's see if it, let's grab this frame over here a little closer and see if it sands anything. Here we go. Well, happy damn. It fucking works. I tell you what, I'm conversing with my Chinese friend over here. Contrary to popular belief here, I am not going to cuss this thing out. Just sand it in about, I don't know, 15 seconds. This area over here, it's nice. Shit, it's not bad at all. I think this is going to help. Good deal. So far, it gets passing grade. Good to go as far as I'm concerned. We're going to do a little sanding on this frame, and we're going to call it good to go here. Probably good to go by tomorrow, maybe. Good deal. Man, I've had a couple of days and a few hours to get to know my off-brand tubing polisher. And, you know, I'll tell you, it's a piece of Chinese crap. There ain't no doubt about it. But you know what? It actually gets the job done. It comes with, or this particular one anyway, one of the reasons I bought this was it came with belts. And the belts tear through lumpy welds like nobody's business. I mean, it really worked good. I'm very happy for the most part with the way it performed. It's got some design idiosyncrasies that make it, in some respects, almost useless, but you know, you can work around it. The handle that came with it, I don't know. This handle for me is just in the wrong spot. It's got 2 screw holes on the side for the standard, you know, the standard type of handle. But the holes, you know, really, when you're trying to use it as this thing, are just totally useless. Anyway, what I ended up doing was this. Right here on the machine was a threaded hole into which you were supposed to screw this thing for your wet polishing. So I have a piece of brass fitting in there that's 1/8 inch pipe thread because that's the threads that it was, and I tapped it out on the inside to accommodate the metric thread on the handle. This happens to be the handle off my Makita, and because the handle that came with this thing is just such a piece of fucking shit. Holy fuck. But anyway, it's tapped out. It's 8mm by 1.25, and obviously you're never going to wet polish something while you're using it in the tube polishing mode. So I've got a handle that I can hang on to it. Now this I'm probably going to take off and throw away. Almost useless. One of the more interesting features I thought was this fucking piece of crap. This thing here is supposed to, like I said, screw into this hole here. You hook it up to a hose if you want wet polish. Now, you know, I'm getting to be a little bit old, and I used to watch a lot of black and white TV and movies and all that. And it seems to me that the murder plot always involves some innocent young woman sitting in a bathtub listening to the radio. And the creepy murderer would sneak into the bathroom and shove the radio into the bathtub and electrocute her. Now, I might have this all wrong, but to me, I'm standing here holding this electrical power device made in China. God only knows if they have any standards at all. And I've got it hooked up to a fucking hose? Are you shitting me? I don't know. You know, I believe in safety third, at least safety third. You know, first and second just ain't gonna happen, but at least third. And I gotta think, you're standing in a puddle of water with the fucking machine plugged into an electric outlet with, God only knows, a nuclear power plant on the other end of the wire, kicking out, you know, how many megawatts of electricity. And you're gonna fucking plug this thing in and use it that way? This is going in the garbage. I might save this little valve deal off it because that looks like it'll come in handy. And this hose, I don't know what they made this hose out of, but it stinks to high heaven. This hose, it really smells like a skunk. I don't know what the fuck they made it out of, but it fucking stinks. This fucking hose, you could smell it when I walk into my workshop. I don't know what they made it out of, but it fucking stinks. The other kind of design idiosyncrasy I thought was interesting is, and fuck the air compressor, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of brushes, okay? I'm glad they gave me 8 sets of brushes. But you know, most of the time when you have an electric motor that uses brushes, there's a, you know, one of them screw deals there. You unscrew, you put the brush in, boom, you're done. This son of a bitch, you got to take it apart to get the brush in and out of there. And as long as I've got it up in here and we're looking at the ass end of it, it has the chintziest fucking switch I've ever seen. I think this little rubber doodad that just came off of my hand is supposed to be the waterproofing for the switch to keep me from getting electrocuted when I'm standing in a puddle of water working with this thing. But as you can see, it is totally functionless. That's going in the garbage. All right, I did have to take a break. The air compressor won. Once the unloader valve kicks out on that thing, you can't talk over it, you know. Until the unloader kicks off, though, it's not too bad. Oh, so where was I? Piece of shit. Basically worked okay. Oh, you know, it came with a bunch of sanding discs, the wet polisher. I might actually use these someday for something. I don't know. It came with a set of these doodads, same size, the standard 5/8 thread that my Makita uses, so good to have some extra ones of those laying around. But yeah, all in all, and the other thing is, the attachment here is I turn the pulleys around and put them on the other side, just trying to, improve the ergonomics of this thing a little bit. The ergonomics of this thing fucking suck. It's a piece of shit. But on the other hand, it did basically do what it needed to do. Oh, the other thing that was bothersome about it is the belt had very little spring tension on it, and what I ended up doing with it was this hairspring sighted out on this bolt head over here, and I just put a big washer on it to increase the pressure on this arm, and it helps greatly to make it work better. Don't expect high quality, but you got some exhaust pipes you welded, you want to grind off, or some frame tubes you welded and want to smooth off. It got the job done. This one was $170, mostly because of the extra, the extra foo-foo stuff that came with it. But hell, got the job done. So not a total piece of shit, basically functional. But on the other hand, far from being any kind of quality too. Oh, and the last thing is, look how this son of a bitch starts up. I'm going to flip the switch and look how long it takes to get up to speed. It's got that hesitation in it. I don't know why that is, but, whether that means it's going to crap out on me, who knows? I don't know. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Me and my Chinese friend over here, we're out of here. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy. Bye.